Good evening, everyone. You join us for this 2020 match.
No surprises there. Batting first was the most logical choice. It's a beautiful surface and one that should yield plenty of runs.
Players look ready. The umpires are in position for the first ball. The bowlers will want to focus on their line and lengths. And let the ball do the rest.
Yep.
Edge! What a ball!
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Wait!
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Wait on! Wait there!
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yep!
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Keeper!
There'll be one run here for them. A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yep!
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
6 runs added in that over. The Kings are 6 for none. Nokia, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yep!
They'll get at least one.
Wait!
Well placed, should get a single.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Wait there!
Straight to the fielder.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep!
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Oh, yes, nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Beaten on the drive.
Oh, well bowled.
Nokia with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
3 runs added in that over. The Kings are 9 for none.
Yep. Yep.
Brilliant diving stop.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
Yep, yep.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
Singh has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Huge edge! Loud shout! Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well and punched it to the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
It's a very tidy over, but they're still searching for that first wicket. Maybe it's just around the corner. Nokia from the north end. Misses everything.
Oh, well bowled.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
A few moves made in the field.
Wait.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Wait there.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Wait on.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Hey. Oh, yes, nice bowling.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
8 runs added there. The Kings are 27 for none. Russell coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Keeper. Yep.
Into the gap, nice shot.
Good return, back from the deep. Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Pulled in off the boundary rope. Good fielding out there.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Wait.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Waiting.
Singh shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Tough call either way. Might be worth risking a review if they're right.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. Impact outside the line. Easy decision for the third umpire.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
That was a beautiful bit of fielding in the deep, straight over the stumps. The third was there, they would have made it easily. They've instead opted to play it safe. Maybe a little too safe.
Wait on. Yep.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Wait on.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle and race to the boundary.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
More decisive running may have gotten them too. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that.
Yep.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches that to the boundary.
A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Going with a more defensive field choice.
Times it nicely.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Gone! Played all around it.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. The runs were really starting to flow.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. A couple on offer here.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yeah.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Yep. Yep.
Out.
Yeah!
Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into the fireworks as we would have hoped, but still, solid work.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Stoinis will be looking to make a strong start to their innings. Narine coming into the attack from the north end.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Confident appeal, could it be?
They've got to go without scoring. This is a real purple patch for the bowler. They've got one of the main batters out, LBW.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Wait.
Just threw the shot too early.
Couldn't get it through the field.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Yeah.
And they're away and nicely off the mark. Just great bowling, gets the ball to turn and it just misses the stumps.
Narine has really kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards.
Wait. Waiting. Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten them too. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Hold on.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Yeah.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Punched it off the back foot for some runs.
Good bowling. Kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs.
Yeah.
Really good shot there.
Bowler.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
Great shot. Great timing.
Hold on.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yes.
Nice shot.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Wait.
End of the over. 11 runs coming from it. The Kings are 73 for 3. Ali, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Hold on.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Wait.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep. Bowler.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Drives and misses everything.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. That's the over. The Kings are 75 for 3.
Yep.
Probably should have gotten back for a second there. Need to push a bit harder on that first one.
Yep.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
That ball's been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is ridiculous.
Yes.
Great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it would be moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
Singh is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on.
Yep.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Straight to the fielder.
Pierced the gap and gets their first runs.
Wait.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
End of a really good over, taking a wicket and really slowing down the scoring rate.
Ali with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Waiting. Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yep.
Great shot.
No interest in that one from the batter. Ali will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Ali has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Narine from the north end. Going with spin now.
Yep.
Very sweet off the bat and 4 all the way.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Big appeal.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Jansen, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Yep.
There was absolutely a second on then, being a little bit too risk-averse out in the middle.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Wait on. Yep.
Chance to run two.
Yes, keeper, keeper.
Good return back from the deep. That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
Edge. What a ball. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. End of the over. The Kings are 103 for 5.
Yep, yep.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball. But you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Nicked it.
Good return, back from the deep.
Loud shout.
Yep. Yes.
Gorgeous on drive. Mid-on has work to do.
Yep.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Yes.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder. Doesn't beat the infield.
Yep.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Waiting. Yep, yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yeah.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Narine coming back into the attack.
Yep, yep.
There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yep.
Edge. Unplayable.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Yep.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yep.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be two there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
Yep, yep.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Over. The Kings are 144 for 5. Russell, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep, yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Brilliant diving stop. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep, yep.
Strays onto leg and glanced it sweetly. Might just get to the boundary rope.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Misses everything.
Oh, well bowled.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yes.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
Got hold of it. A pretty good bouncer. Enough control to get it away.
That ball was just an invitation that was accepted by return of post. Russell will be disappointed with that delivery.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Plenty of wickets in hand coming into the final over. May as well go for broke.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Good balance, really good balance to transfer the weight and stay on top of the ball.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
They're the sort of shots that you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrist to keep control and find the boundary.
Yep.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Yes, nice bowling.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. The Kings are 164 for 5. And the innings comes to an end. The Knight Riders will need 165 runs. There's a lot of time to get these runs. It's a fairly decent total. Plenty of options. Don't need to do anything flashy. Just get themselves in and build the run rate. Misses out on the first ball of the innings.
Looking to get the innings started, just can't get it away.
Yes.
Couldn't get it through the field. Massive chance.
And with that, they're off the mark.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Beaten on the drive. Edged. Confident appeal. Could it be? Caught. Gone.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
That's the start you want. Awesome shots, and it's flown over the boundary.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. The Knight Riders are 8 for 1. Jansen, the left-arm medium fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Yeah.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Well bowled.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide. That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the 1 bouncer for the over.
Drives and misses everything.
Nice bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Well bowled.
Totally beaten by the change of pace on that delivery. Very unlucky not to take the wicket.
Yeah.
Sprayed that very wide. Hits the boundary rope. The keeper had no chance there.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Good bit of timing there.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Well bowled.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Gotcha.
Hit that hard.
Yep.
Nailed it.
That was the kind of contact you dream of. Nothing wrong with the delivery, but boy did it get hit. Just brilliant.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Nice bowling.
Singh with a superb delivery. Got them coming forward looking to drive, but can't manage to catch the edge.
Wait on.
Can't get that outside the ring field. That's the over. The Knight Riders are 32 for 1.
Played that beautifully. Saw the short one, got out the way. There are no more of those in this over.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, not the best fielding, has a shy at the stumps, but they were well safe. And to add insult to injury, the ball flies to the boundary.
Middle that one. Great timing.
It was a shorter ball, but seen really early, quickly onto the back foot and powered over the boundary for 6.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Nice bowling.
Jansen with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
17 runs added there. The Knight Riders are 49 for 1. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. A couple on offer here. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong, and it's going to take something special to break it up.
Wait on.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Right out of the middle.
A good way to push up the run rates. They'll be 50 in no time with shots like that.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Time that brilliantly.
And that brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
That is an amazing half-century, just mammoth stroke making. Such an impressive stint at the crease so far. Top-class innings, been playing very nicely out there, and that brings up the half-century.
Catch! Yeah.
Gone, it's a good catch.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. They'll get at least one.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky to survive. Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads and not the bat.
Pick that well, and that's on its way to the boundary.
Came forward onto the front foot and eased it away to the boundary.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Nice bowling.
Confused on what that delivery was meant to be. Terrible bowling.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Good precision with that throw back from the deep. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Straight to the fielder. Picks the gap perfectly.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Needs to be on target. Could that be out? Looks so.
Back to the sheds, but a good contribution to the team today. It's been a nice knock.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Catch it.
That's out. Caught.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Russell comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Well placed, should get a single.
Russell gets off the mark.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Back go the stumps, miss the straight ball.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Singh won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end. Nice shot, runs possible. Singh ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Quick onto that in the infield. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Knight Riders are 98 for 5.
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good, fast running between the stumps gets them home.
Bowl disturbs the furniture.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Well, there wasn't a lot of time to choose the right end, but unfortunately, they went for the wrong one. No waiting around, off the mark straight away.
There'll be runs here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Waiting.
Over. The Knight Riders are 105 for 6. Ferguson from the north end. Times it nicely.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. No shot offered.
Well-directed short ball sways out of the way. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yes.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Yes.
Ferguson ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. Been some great bowling in this innings so far. Just need one more to really top it off.
Yeah.
Super shot that.
Yep. Yup. Keeper's end. Wait on.
Good spot there, making it difficult to get away.
Yes.
Five runs in that over. The Knight Riders are 118 for 6. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Beaten on the drive.
Beautiful, slower delivery. Just hitting air on that. That was just too good. That was a tremendous delivery. It fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yes. Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield. There'll be one run here for them.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yep.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Stoinis, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the south end. Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yes.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep, yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Now there would have been a few hearts in mouths in the crowd, but somehow they managed to make their ground with a dive. That was a tremendous delivery, fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for four, driven away nicely.
35 for 6.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs.
Yes.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep, yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yes.
Could be close.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close though.
Yep.
Chance to run two.
Bowler.
That was a beautiful bit of fielding in the deep, straight over the stumps.
Yep.
Strong throw in from the outfield, right to the stumps. Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep, yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. End of the over. The Knight Riders are 143 for 6. Singh, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
Drives and misses everything.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yes.
Brilliant shot, that.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Ali has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yes.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Yep, yep.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. 11 runs added there. The Knight Riders are 154 for 6. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yep. Yes.
A direct hit and this could be gone.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Sweetly hit down the ground. They'll be hard pressed to stop it.
Yes. Well bowled.
This could be trouble.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yes.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one. This should be close.
Hooray!
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Going with pace now.
At number 10 for the Kolkata Knight Riders. Change of bowling. The medium pacer is coming into the...
A little bit of wobble on that ball. It's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though.
Yep.
And that marks the end of
That's
the
all from us in the commentary box. It's been an amazing match. Hope to see you soon.